Hey guys, welcome back to Rewatch the Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And American Horror Story. This week's episode, ow, cat. Cat just bit me. It's going to be a podcast version because it schedules and whatnot. We couldn't actually get together to film tonight, so this is on podcast. I hope that's okay with you. It's okay with me because I'm naked.
But don't worry about it. Either way, a podcast or us actually being on screen where you can see us, we're going to ruin your American Horror Story recap entertainment because that's what we fucking do, and that's how America does it.
We're here to get shit wrong. And by the way, I'm actually podcasting from jail. We have very loose jail laws here in Kentucky, and they
Yeah, I was going to say, that's bullshit, dude. Is that the same jail that Martha Stewart went to if you're fucking podcasting from there?
no.
That shit's light.
I've been to the holding cell here. It is not light. It is
You must
scary.
embrace the darkness.
It's scarier than Donna's dad's house, believe me.
Donna, that dirty whore. Are you talking about Donna? Are you talking about Donna from 90210 or another Donna?
The Donna from the show.
I thought you were talking about the 90210 Donna.
No, the one that we got wrong before.
Tori Spelling.
Lambasted for it. All right, so let's get into the recap here. Again, this is a recap, so if you didn't watch the show and you don't want it spoiled too, don't listen. This man has no dick. But so
right off the bat, everyone's fucking dead.
Everyone.
Dead. The fucking
They're
children.
all dead. Oh, 400, Ethan. Oh, 400.
The fucking children.
Oh my God. Yeah. So it starts out and Nurse Chambers, as it turns out her real name is Donna, is stalking her dad because she thinks that he's cheating on her mom. And she goes into a cruddy ass apartment, hears some sex noises. By the way, the song that was on was badass.
I like that song. I can't remember the name of it, but it's badass. It's a definite. It's one of those songs that you would like a go-to song in the mid '80s that you would fuck to. Like he had it right.
Yeah, or kill to in that sense.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of You're Next, the scene in You're Next.
Kill her vagina.
But no, she breaks in the door or whatever, and woo, that was the grossest thing I've ever seen on AHS. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That was pretty grody. Well, first off, I liked how when the chick woke up and her guts are all spilling out and all that garbage, like you had eaten a Pocky hot one chip like Mike did the other night. I think it's funny. Like she's like, just put it back in. I'll be okay if you just put it back in. Like her fucking guts are hanging out. There's nothing I can do. But also, by the way, I was gonna let you know, like it's funny because I didn't know that was her dad at first. Like I thought that was like her lover, like the guy, like when she was following him.
Yeah,
I thought. I thought Donna went full on Lisa Lopes, and that was Andre Rison, and she was gonna burn his fucking house down.
Yeah,
but then she's like, Dad. I was like, oh, maybe it's like one of those weird kinky relationships. She's like, Daddy, are you in there, Daddy? It's like, oh no, he's her dad.
dude, when that girl started writhing on the bed, and like first off, her intestines are out, so that's gross, right? But you see intestines so much, it's crazy that like if they showed so much intestine back in the day, then it would have to be NC-17. But now you're on fucking cable TV at 9 o'clock at night, and they're just like, here's some guts. But dude, when she was writhing around, it looked like it was all happening so fast. It looked like her bits were showing. Like I thought that like
her vagina.
Yeah, I thought it was out.
Shit. I'm gonna have to rewind that part.
Oh, gross! God! Oh God! The children.
The fucking children.
The fucking children. But dude, it was so nasty. But that scene was really cool. And actually, when he goes to stab himself, and that the whole explanation is that started her whole fascination with serial killers and why she wanted to learn about them. But the whole point of the whole episode and what ends up happening to her, that was a badass open, by the way. But is that basically everybody that went to fucking Camp Redwood are all killers in some way. Basically all of them.
Well, they all have killer instincts about them. Not the video game, but the actual instinct. Yeah. They have killer motivations, except for the innocent girl. I don't think she really did.
Yeah, except for Brooke.
Brooke, yeah, she was the only one that was wholesome, but she gets fucked in the end, as we all do when you try to be the good guy in Worlds. But the thing about the Camp Redwood, I guess we were like, I don't know. Well, I know we suspected for a while, so it is a purgatory type place. If you die there before sunrise, I suppose, then you're a ghost. Or I don't know if and see that they haven't really explained. Was it just that specific night, or does it have to be an anniversary night? Because at one point somebody else dies after the sun is up, and they didn't come back as a ghost. So I guess it was just in that one night you had to die.
Who didn't come back as a ghost?
The cop.
Well,
at the very end of the episode.
Yeah, but they didn't show it. But he might come back as a ghost. Well, you don't know.
Mr. Jingle Pringles, he came back really quick.
So same thing as Murder House, though. Murder House did that. It was that location, and people came back. And I keep waiting for the tie into that. I think that's where this is all going. But yeah, that's the confusing thing about it. And if you're confused watching it, I was too. But you see at the end of the episode, when Ramirez and Jingles drive off to L.A., where you saw the one kid, they put him in the back of the ambulance, which is weird that they saw him. They saw him there at Camp Redwood.
Yeah,
And
I know. So you can, yeah.
but when they go underneath the sign, he ended up like he couldn't leave or whatever. But Jingles and Ramirez drove off, and I think the reason for that is that
They made a deal with Satan.
yeah, it's the Satan thing. Because remember when or when Ramirez died, that H6 Spike, he had done that weird that satanic ritual thing, and then when he came back, he was floating and shit, and his eyes were black. And then when Jingles died, he actually asked him, he's like, "Do you accept Satan?"
That's what they do. I swear to God, if I had been Jingles Pringles at that point, I'd be like, when he was like, listen, Edgelord, all I accept right now is some Neosporin and some bandages. If Satan's got that, then fuck okay.
Bandages, bandages.
You goddamn Edgelord hanging out in the fucking trees with your black leather coat, being like, "Do you accept the Satan, Lord of Darkness, and Beelzebub?"
That Stings music. Oh my God.
God, let me see your gauge earrings, bitch.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like Xavier was starting to actually get on my nerves in this. Like I really liked him a lot in the previous episodes. Really liked him in the last season, but he was starting to get on my nerves there for a little bit when he was all crispy. And he's like, "We gotta burn the whole forest down."
I like the part when he's like, "I was gonna be on the cover of TV Guide, and now because of you, I'm gonna be on radio."
I wonder how many people watching that today had no idea the presence of what it would have meant to be on the cover of TV Guide back in the day.
Oh man, it would have been the fucking bomb. I'm sure that people that are younger, like they probably went on Google and looked up TV Guide. Like it must be some kind of GQ magazine or something. It's like, what's this?
Is that like
what's
trending?
This?
Is that like when you're trending in TikTok?
This is stupid. There was magazines with words on them. You have to use your hands. That's like a baby's toy.
I couldn't help but wonder in this episode, though, man, as much as I like the slasher theme and stuff like that, and again, this season has the best opening of all of them and the best closing music. It's awesome. But
yeah,
I just,
I kind of dug it. I don't know.
I didn't mind the episode as far as the season goes. It was a decent episode, and I look forward to see what they're going to do next. But I do think I can't help but wonder, man, like, what if they tried to make this shit scary? Like, what if they like went away from like the crazy hijinks and the wild shit, and like, what if they just had like, I would like to see them next season just try to actually like let's drop the comedic shit and the craziness, and let's try to fucking scare people.
Well, I wonder if I think they did. The first season there were some scary episodes I remember in the first season, and in the second season, Asylum had some decently scary. Actually, the second season had some pretty good scary moments in that one. About the creature thing that was stalking Maroon 5, Adam Levine, and Adam Levine was more concerned with his next tattoo rather than staying alive. But I forgot that he was in like just now remembered. I was like, oh yeah, Adam Levine was in Asylum. But eventually what they learned, they were like, well, let's keep it quirky and weird and out there while maintaining a little semblance of some scariness in it. But we'll maintain the quirkiness because that's what seems to be drawing in our viewers. Because I really thought American Horror Story when it first started, when I remember seeing the trailers for it, I'm like, man, this is gonna be a fucking weird, dark, twisted ass kind of movie or show, and it's gonna be like, oh my God, I can't sleep tonight. I guess it's gonna be Mr. Cuddles Wuddles, my teddy bear, that I'm gonna have to lay with. But it didn't turn out that way.
Like when Unsolved Mysteries would come on right before bedtime, and you hear that music.
Dude, right? That was funny because when you mentioned that, like that one scene when the one chick, what was it, the goody good two shoes name in this episode? Brooke. Yeah, when Brooke is running from Montana. That music sounds a lot like Unsolved Mystery, like the theme music when she's hiding.
That was a good fight too, by the way.
I liked it, yeah, and I also like the fact that when Montana comes out, she's like, "There is no Montana, only Zool."
That was funny as fuck. Montana's actually my favorite character this season. I don't know if maybe it's just because I'm digging her look, like she's really hot this season, And she like last season she was an emo, but this time around, like and I don't mind that either. But I don't know.
She probably smells like. She probably smells like Aussie Extra Hold.
Man, but like slutty eyeshadow.
Yeah, like it just fucking crabs and hairspray. You're like, I'm digging it. Whatever. It's gonna be a lonely winter. The thing I also want to know though, if they're all coming back, where the fuck is the guy from Glee?
Oh yeah.
Where's he at? What's going on?
Yeah, he's the best too.
I
He's the
know.
best.
Bring him back,
Trousers,
sir.
trouser snake, and everything.
Bring back Sex Panther 3000.
And you got if you guys watched the episode, we don't need to go over every little thing that happened. There was a whole bunch of lost backstories. They keep doing that, like back in the day, this is what happened to this person. It was
The
pretty
one,
cool that he
yeah.
found his own head in the fridge, though.
He's like, those Halloween Express guys are getting better every day with their replications. That's not my head.
I gotta
Who's
stop
playing a
smoking
prank?
CBD oil.
But no, I was gonna say, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. But anyway,
I think there's a whole lot of backtracking going back, and that's cool. He set up the
yeah,
stories or whatever. But
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. The whole thing with "This Is Your Life" moments have got to stop.
yeah,
I'm really sick and tired of having like an action-packed episode, and then we got to slow down. And be like, I always wanted to be a nobody, but then I realized I couldn't be, and just having this like, I was like, stop it. Just have sex. You're in a camp. It's the 80s. Nobody gives a shit about your backstory.
yeah,
Fuck each other and have somebody come kill you.
Yeah, yeah, like when she tries to have Mr. Jingles kill her, when Donna is like, I don't deserve this. Now I'm a good person. Kill me. That whole thing, a little melodramatic for the tone that you've set here and what you're trying to do. But I'm looking forward to see what happens next because you've got them all at the camp and they're all basically in some ways either have been, will be, or are pieces of shit. Which it lends itself to the purgatory, about to go to hell theory, however you want to put all that. But the way that it ended with there was no Montana, there was only Zool and all that. I think that when they all kind of walk back to the camp, and she's like, "Come on, guys, we can make some fucking fun time out of this." It could be. I wonder if like other people show up and then they start haunting them, or where the fuck it's going to go. I'm actually interested in seeing next week's episode, very much so.
The one thing I don't get is the fact that if you're a goddamn ghost, how are you fucking killing anybody? Like, I don't get that. Like, I mean, I don't even get how you're allowed to do that shit. But also, secondly, I mean, the purgatory thing. If you'll notice in the preview of next week's episode, I want to call her Montoya, Montana and Xavier are all about embracing this. Like, I can kill. We're gods here. I can do whatever I want. But the other two dudes are like, no, man. I don't want to do that. So I think it's a test. It's like either you pass the test, meaning that you try to stay on the straight and narrow and do your best and you'll go to heaven. And then if you embrace the evil side of it, the darkness, like they were talking about, then you'll go to hell. Like it's like a second chance to right the wrongs or be a better person or continue down a dark path. The only two that made it out was Ramirez and Jingle Pringles because they made a deal with the Satan. The whole idea of purgatory is you're supposed to be in purgatory where you're not in hell or heaven yet, but you have a chance to go either way. It's like you're undecided because it's like you have one last shot.
Well, to mention two things there, going back to the murder house thing. I mean, in Murder House, they were ghosts and they could kill. So, I mean, that makes sense. If they're on that property or whatever, they could kill.
But it's fucking stupid!
Yeah, like Patrick Swayze had to go through like all sorts of training before he could even move a fucking lamp.
And the most he could do is possess Whoopi's fucking body and have a weird threesome with Demi Moore.
But secondly, to that, I think that the purgatory thing would be interesting if that's the case. I think that's an interesting thought. But if we are going with the murder house thing here, then it's something different. You know, they're just gonna tile that shit in. I'm just waiting for fucking Dylan McDermott to show up and be cool again and jerk off and cry into a window.
That's where I want him to. Dylan McDermott showing up would be the fucking the greatest. But then again, they've already done that with like last season, so I don't think they're gonna do it in again. I mean, I don't know, man. Like it's a weird episode. It's a weird season so far, but I gotta say overall, I'm fucking digging it. Like I didn't like the second episode that much. I didn't care. Like I didn't hate this episode. I didn't particularly think this is the greatest episode of all time, but I think it was a decent. I liked the flow of it. I felt like it was actually like some cool shit was happening. There was a lot of action. There were some cool comedy parts in it. There was some big revelations, I suppose, in some way, or at least a concrete answer to whether or not this is purgatory, which it turns out it is. It was like they shot their load. Like, is there more? Are you not done yet?
Yeah, everybody was dying and shit. Oh, and that's kind of how I look at this whole season. Like, I'm entertained by the slasher aspect of it. Every single show has good moments of like gore or comedy or whatever. But like when it all congeals, like what does it all mean? I don't know. And are you actually like, are these subplots meant to fill air, or are they actually going somewhere cool? I feel like Brad Pitt in the patrol car in Seven when he's talking to Morgan Freeman. It's his first day on the job, and he's like, "Look, man, just don't jerk me off, okay? That's all I'm asking. Don't jerk me off." That's how I feel like watching the show. I'm like, does any of this mean anything? Or are you gonna like do some crazy shit later on, and you're just trying to pull the wool over our eyes? Don't waste my
Yeah.
fucking time.
I just feel like it's one of those things when you're having sex with a girl and you think that she goes, and then she's like, I didn't go all the way. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You got more? Oh my God, I thought we were done already. 30 seconds in, that's the best you're gonna get. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean there's more time?
You're like Brady Quinn in those Mileplex commercials. No, I'm done.
Yeah, I look like at this. Yeah, it's like in fucking the Rock Show music video when fucking Tom DeLonge and he climbs out of the pool at his little wiener and he starts smiling. He's like, yes, yes, you like.
That's first date.
Well, first date,
Get it
whatever. I don't
right.
care.
Piece of shit.
But anyway, this is a really interesting. I would say overall one of the more interesting seasons of American Horror Story I've ever seen because I really did generally think it was just going to be the fucking slasher kind of serial killer plot line, but then they do this extra supernatural stuff on top of it. Now, I will also say that while that's interesting, it's fun. It almost in some way, and I hate to say it, I don't mean it to sound negative, but it will. I mean, there's always going to be hurt butt fucks out there that's going to say I'm dogging on it. I'm not though, but it does not, in a way, in my opinion, feel like it's retreading ground. I mean, this has already been done, kind of. I mean, again, you brought up the first season. It's like, well, you already did this kind of thing where they come back and they live, in this, they can't leave this area and they're ghosts here. And I don't know. I mean, I guess the only other element that's new about it is like in the first season, it wasn't purgatory. I don't think it was purgatory.
And we don't know
It
if
was
it is
just
yet here either. So,
well, I mean, it is. I mean, I think it literally is purgatory because they even mentioned purgatory. The fact, well, the girl thinks it's purgatory. I think it's purgatory. I don't know. It feels in somewhat the supernatural aspects kind of feel retread, but it's still fun. I still like it. I love the characters. I think the characters are great. The only one that I really wish that fucking bit it though, I can't fucking stand that Jesus bitch. I really want her to die, man. When he was choking her, when Jingle Pringles was choking her, I was like, the fun don't stop till you pop. I wanted her to fucking die real bad, dude.
Man, I have a strange attraction to her, and I hate it. I don't understand it at all.
You're
Is
nasty.
that weird? That's super weird.
It's not weird. It's just nasty.
Mr. Jingles,
You're misguided.
I want to see what's
misguided.
under those pleather jackets that he's wearing. You know?
B.O.
What's up with that limp, huh?
B.O. and diabetes.
Lean into one side? I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, what do you guys think about this week's episode? I'm the same as you, man. Like I'm not gonna say I love the '80s stuff. I love the slasher stuff. The characters are pretty damn good. They're pretty enjoyable. It's just the story writing and where you're all going with it, and where it's all gonna land. I wonder if it's actually gonna be meaningful, or we're just gonna remember it for the essence of it, and not
and
for
the quirkiness,
it having a good story. That's what I want to know. God damn it!
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you
some...
waiting for?
But we love your fucking faces, and that's this week's recap. Just want to let you guys know there is a small chance that we may not actually have a recap next week, and there's a small chance that I'm gonna be in Las Vegas for 2 days next week. And that's not because I'm cool or anything like that. I can't afford to go to Vegas. My wife has this work thing, and we might end up going for 2 days, and it'll happen to be on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. But if you guys follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and all that, we'll keep you updated on any of that stuff that's going on.
Fuck!
Yeah, and if you're only here for the AHS recaps, this is a perfect time for me to tell you a couple things. Number one, we have a new nearly daily Halloween podcast that's going on, if you want to find us on Spotify. Number two, we just rolled out some new Halloween Horror Month merch, which is fucking dope. That was done by Tracy Fallon, and it's only going to be available until the end of October. It's our cheapest merch that we've ever had.
How much we selling it for?
Dude, you can get a hoodie for $27. This shit
Get out of town. Get out of town.
Yeah, man.
What, are we giving it away? Have we all gone crazy here?
Yeah.
I guess so, Pete. Because if you act right now, you'll get this too. A fart in the mouth. Like, what?
And also, we have a new Pinhead video, Dreamcasting Pinhead, that just came out that I think you guys will enjoy. But until next time, hopefully it's next week. But if it's not, we'll let you know on the socials.
I want to say, because Mike might be going to Las Vegas. I live an exciting life too, okay? I might be in Barcelona, okay? I got a lot of things going on, you know what I mean? I'm flying across the world, baby. I got people to meet.
Fuck you. I've never even been on an airplane. This will be my first time on an airplane, so I'm scared, Steve.
I'm going to show up like that big black dude from Armageddon and sing Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know if I'll be back again.
What are you going to do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn.
Goddamn you, faggot!
I said, goddamn.
A lot of people don't know the darkness that goes inside their hearts.
I said, goddamn.
Goddamn you, Michael! What are you gonna do on October 31st?